I'm live, and I'm not ready to be live. Oh my gosh. I better stop and turn that off. I better find a picture too so you know what you're looking at. Here we go. There's that one. Now, I guess I need for some of you to hear my voice so that you guys know I'm okay. I'm okay. But I'm not ready to be live yet. Ooh, that looks like a good one. I'll take that picture. So sometimes I talk to people and I misword myself and I say something and then after it's said it's like, I didn't mean it like that. Okay. Hey Clovis. Oh, Clovis. Oh my goodness. Clovis. Clovis. I was trying to catch you live. How am I doing? Okay. I hope I have a new cell number. I'm going to call you, Clovis. Clovis. Guess what? Clovis. Remember back, what was it? Some like winter, November 2016. I was trying to come to terms with like Pizzagate type stuff, and you were the first one to take my testimony. I felt the pieces on you. So, Clovis, last week, I did an interview and I hope to get a link. Hey, Dory, I love you. Grab your cape, Dory. So I did an interview last week and I'm hoping they upload it so I can give you guys a link and it was Tales of the Unexplained, David Lloyd and Peter Bircher. And I'm gonna get the whole accent wrong, so excuse me. But I show up on the video. Clovis, I show up on the video, right? We got our mics, I can't go on camera right now. I wish I could, because then I could like give you the animated effects of my expression and what it looked like. I don't look so hot now. If my camera did work, I would go on it. Oh no, let me get a hat. So anyway, I hop up on the video. We got our mics and everything working and stuff. And they say, and I'm going to get the accent wrong, welcome to Liverpool, Holly. Welcome to Liverpool, London, Holly, home of the Beatles. Do you know who the Beatles are, Holly? Yeah, man. Are you kidding me? I know exactly who they are. So I'm going to practice my London accent from now on. But it was such a great interview. I had so much fun. Welcome to Liverpool, London, Holly, home of the Beatles. Do you know who the Beatles are, Holly? Yes. And I want a yellow submarine, too. Pretty cool. So I've been like highly triggered and stuff and trying to make my way out of it. Clovis knows all about when I'm like this because, well, Clovis met me a long time ago, so she knows when I'm clawing my way out of MK Ultra. And where was I going with it? I don't know. Welcome to Liverpool, London, Holly, home of the Beatles. Do you know who the Beatles are, Holly? Are you kidding me? Can I come live here permanently? Yes. When I came to America, nobody said, "Welcome to America, Holly." You know, they didn't have any beautiful accent when I came to America. I don't know what to say. So I got myself into some trouble with some head honchos. I never cease to fail to amaze myself at times. So apparently, people are arguing about a software that they did not create, that one person paid for a copy of, that then passed around their copy of to other people on an agreement that when they gave it to another person who was then going to pass it on to massive amounts of multitudes of people, that they have to complete a course first, assigned and directed by a finite, flawed human person. So anyway, that software is not for them to hold and possess. Trouble, I think. Oh boy. There was a yellow airplane dive bombing my house, or at least practicing dive bombing homes over my house. That was quite interesting, all because I was touching on a subject called Sarajevo. And I'm also deprogramming, well, I'm trying to, but I got so triggered, Clovis. Like, it's alpha, like alpha. Delta, Ibis, suspect to a couple other ones. So while I'm totally triggered, these false prophets from a holy biblical code searching, possessing a software they never created from a website that was hacked, where they got their software. My website was never hacked, by the way, because I gave my software away for free. So anyway, moving onward and yoked up. So people were more concerned about a software package than they were about the fact that I was being hit on by some douchebag. Excuse me if you don't like my ruminations and confessions, my true voice, and how I can explain myself if I'm in a counseling session, then you've got the wrong channel and you definitely need to exit yourself out right now. So, yeah, they're more worried about Torosoft than they are about Thor. They know the true identity to Thor, but they never told me Thor's true identity. They just said, "Oh yeah, those are his fake accounts. I know who he is." They were more focused on the software package. Who'd you give it to? Well, I'm not giving out their identity, but they're 4,000 years old. Well, 36,000 years old. I'm going to start screwing with you now. And they're this, they're that, they're the other thing. I never trusted you, John. Or Chris. Especially when you told me to distrust my loved ones. all you do is talk about Mars in some throne room. All you do is look at those Bible codes and blah, 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 blah. There goes your motorcycle. You don't care that some dude named Thor, who you know the identity of, was trying to get his dick wet by using my Bible codes against me. You don't care to protect me, a girl. You don't care to protect a rib, Jonathan and Chris. You don't care to do that. You care about some software on a computer that you did not create, you do not own, but Chris has a registered copy, but he made an agreement with John, and John can give it out to all the people that only pass John's course, and then when they pass John's course, then they can have the software, says Chris. Okay, I'm not down with your I don't keep secrets. I'm not down with it. You took my Bible codes without my permission, Chris, and you looked at Mars and throne room. You're telling me I'm the seed of Jesus, and there's a gene pool of Jesus. There's like Jesus, but he's got like other Jesuses in his gene pool. Are you fucking nuts and out of your goddamn mind? Yes, you fucking are. Jesus is God in human form. He is one of a kind. There is only one of him. And whoever says they are in the gene pool of him, or a brother or sister or whatever related to him with his same blood, but now here we are on earth. If anybody says that garbage like they did to me last night, and like they're going to do to you guys again later and before, you got to cut them off. You have got to cut them off. Listen, Yeshua HaMashiach does not have a gene pool. He does not have brothers and sisters that are like him, that are going to be born on the earth later. That is esoteric, false. That is the fake Christ. That is the fake Jesus I was given in the dumbs. That is Maitreya. That is the Antichrist. That is everything that you don't want to pay attention to. Now, you guys are public. I'm public. If you don't want me to say something, then I guess you guys should not have A, come into my life, when B, you know I'm public, and C, so are you. And if you are going to protect Thor and not give me his identity, but you're going to let him hit on me and call yourself a holy biblical code searcher, but you're protecting the software and not me, you can go. And while you're down there, and because I like it, that too. I'm censored. Dory's thinking to herself, I know what Holly said. I know what she said. I know what Holly said. When she was going, censoring her own self. Dory's like, I know what she said. I love you, Paula. I love you, Greta. Greta, you and Hachi had me reading the Holy Bible while I was highly triggered and everything else. Yes, I did burn some things and get rid of some things. But it was bound to happen, but that's only because I trusted Doug Hemp first. I trusted Doug Hemp. I had a delayed reaction. I took it kind of hard. That delayed reaction came out now. And when it came out now, because, listen, I love and trust Doug Hemp because Yud Hey Vav Hey led me to him. Doug Hemp repented about talking about a rapture, and he can't find it in the Bible. Yud Hey Vav Hey led me to him. I asked Doug Hemp about this certain symbol, da 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 da. Long story short, I knew I was going to take certain things hard, but I had to get rid of fake Jesus, the fake Christ. So that happened today. Not all of my drawings am I going to burn, even though I have that symbol on them. But my talit, when I pray, I'm going to go buy a piece of cloth, and then Yud Hey Vav Hey and I are going to create a talit for me. I want the tassels. From this talit. I don't know about the crown. I'm searching out the crown. I think I might want to keep the crown, but Yud Hey Vav Hey and I are going to create a talit, and it goes back to Numbers and Deuteronomy and the tassels. So this talit crap, it's going to be redone. Yud Hey Vav Hey is going to make it right for me so I can cover myself. Now, I could take a blanket, a towel, a hat, or anything, a scarf, and throw it over my head and start praying. Sometimes when I pray, I am called to cover myself. Other times, I don't feel called to cover myself when I pray. I just go about praying. Listen, you guys got your calling. You guys got your way of doing things because you guys have your personal, intimate, active relationship with him. So you know him, he knows you, and that's your relationship. So here I am on my channel talking about my relationship with him. So him and I are going to make a talit with each other. What the fuck? Can we just call it a covering shawl? I want the tassels. And this stripe means that, and the other means this. And if you put the talit on, you have to do a certain ceremony. And if you fall asleep in your talit, well, then you have to burn it and get a new one. But not always, because sometimes if you fall asleep in your talit, it's okay. And you can just get up and redo the ceremony in the morning of how to put the talit on. And when you put the talit on, you must look at the crown and say this, that, the other thing while kneeling. And then put the crown on you. And then when you put the crown on you, you have to kiss it 3 times, not 4 or 5 times, only 3 times. Wrap it around you. And then you must take the tassels and only the tassels. And you must hold them this way in the left hand and that way in the right hand. And then when you bring the 2 hands together, you can take the 2 tassels, and you must only throw them over the left shoulder, not the right shoulder, only the left shoulder. I don't know why you have to do the ceremony of grabbing the certain tassels a certain way to throw them over a certain shoulder to do whatever. But listen, this is a ceremony for your talit. You get false prophet, holy biblical code searchers talking about Mars throne room. Okay, Mars throne room, that's not the kingdom of God. No wonder why you let Thor hit on me. You care more about your given registered copy of a software somebody else created that you don't own, that you're giving me fucking shit about and interrogating me. I fucking love it. God, I fucking love it. So anyway, yeah, there is a war on those holy biblical codes. There are false prophets and there are real ones. There are ones that have to prove themselves, and there are other ones that have to get. There are other ones that just. If you guys want that holy biblical application programming of TorahSoft, that Chris and Jonathan did not create and do not own. If you want that, I can give it to you. And I can give it to you only because, now get this, here is the fucking trip. I can only have permission to give it to you because of a professor that taught a student. That professor created the software. The student learned from it, and that student was hacked or whatever. Life happens. So that student couldn't find it until they asked Holly Baglio. That is not your tool to own and possess. That curse you gave to me and that curse you gave to my friend applies to you guys. How dare you try to make me distrust my friends with the first letter of their names of D and H? How dare you? If I had burned that dream book, you guys would have combusted in the chair where you sat. It would have been like that movie Indiana Jones when they open up the ark and everybody gets fried. You guys got to be real careful with these things and these spiritual gifts when they're not yours to have and possess. They're not yours to have and possess. Now, mine are dreams and visions. I'm learning the gift of interpretation. That software is not mine. It was meant to be in somebody else's hands, which are not your hands. It is the hands of the professor that taught the student the software he created. The professor taught the student. The student needs a software. Y'all are screwing with each other. Well, the software goes back to those who created it and to the student that needs it. Who were you to fucking dominate a registered copy you got off a hacked website? And note it. You had to tell me it was hacked, right? You had to tell me that website was hacked. Well, guess what? That student is who you hacked the website of and who you have a registered copy of that you're arguing over. So you hacked that website of the person that was providing it to you for free, and now you're going to argue over your stolen copy. I mean, excuse me, registered copy. Who elected and selected Holly to talk? Because I don't think it was Holly. I really don't think it was Holly. If you want to start shoveling and digging and moving things, well, let's get to plowing. Let's get to plowing. So tell me who you think you bought that copy from off a hacked website when the professor and the student wanted their software back. I'm just asking. But you also told me there's going to be a war on the codes. You did, right? Yes, you did. There's going to be a war on the codes. You've seen it for 6 years. You're looking things up in those codes. You've got no permission to look up, including my name. And again, forget about Thor, whose identity you do know. Don't set him straight for trying to hit on Holly Baglio. No, worry about a software you've got no right to own. There are strangers in the kingdom, heavenly Yud He Vav He Abba. I've got the software, and may you lead me in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, and may the people who have it, and may the wicked fry for misusing it. Say la. It's great to see you, Carrie. Hello, James. Good afternoon. Hey, James, next time you want to go to work, listen, James, I need a break. Like, straight up, I need a break, James. I'm going to take a break from my life. You're going to come here. And we're going to swap shoes. I'm going to go to work for you, and you're going to go live my life for me. Okay? I think that's a fair trade, right? Right, James? Now, I might be highly triggered, but I do not renounce Yeshua HaMashiach. Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh reigns supreme and undefeated over me and above me at all times. And I want the Holy Spirit to be here with me. Selah. And if I've said too much, well, then you know what? I do believe it's not the first time. I do believe it's not going to be the last time. And I'm probably not going to take down this video. How fucking dare you interrogate me when I told you I am triggered with Alpha and Delta and Ibis. And you fucking interrogate me and you treat me like that when I'm fucking triggered. You just remember that Yud-Heh-Vav-Heh gave me HTV, ruminations, and confessions. If you don't like me, you can block me. I never dragged you here to listen. Remember that. So, you interrogated me while I'm triggered, trying to fight against the MK Ultra programming, trying to hang on by any means possible. And you interrogate me. May the same measure that you gave to me be given unto you.